Big Aaron here with Bobby Blue, my cameraman. We're here for MMA Buzz. As you can see, they're getting ready for the epic Kickdown 100. We're happy to be here at weigh-ins. We're going to go get some video with some of the guys, and we just can't wait for tomorrow night, so we'll see you there. Hey, it's Big Aaron here, MMA Buzz. I'm here with Steve Alvey. You're about to put on your 100th show, Steve. Like, that's pretty amazing. I can remember that when I first found out about MMA, I started coming here, and you just started like telling me things. You let me in like right away, you know, just giving me things. You're just so open with, you know, what you got going on here, and it's just I just think it's a testament to the way you run business. What do you have to say about Kickdown 100 and just kind of the way you run business?
Well, it's a culmination of everything we've done for the last 10 years. So tomorrow night we've got an 11-bout fight card. Every one of them are title fights and well represented in literally every weight division, and we also have a women's bout. And what I have to say about Kickdown 100, business as usual with a little added flair, and there's going to be some great stuff tomorrow night outside of the fighting. We're going to talk about people that have held titles. There's also going to be 5 great things happen that I can't let on right now.
Show up.
It'll be great. And, you know, just to showcase the fighters. I wanted to be in a bigger venue, and we had contracted with the Budweiser Event Center, but a lot of the fighters and their people said, hey, we don't want to drive all the way up there.
Right.
Why not just do it where we know where it is and where you started? Do it at the Red Lion. So we're back here tomorrow, and really, I'm glad about that, because we've been here for a long time, and it's a place that people like yourself are comfortable with, and I am too. And then we get this done with, and we're going to try to expand and do some other things. And as I've always been to the media, and I consider you one of my brethren in the media, I'm always thankful and glad to have you here, and glad to have the fans, fighters, and everybody in it. And I'm going to continue.
Yeah, and that's my one tough question for you. I was kind of thinking about it. You wear so many hot hats, and just with all the things you know about MMA, you know, like, why do you feel you're not in a bigger venue, or do you just not want to do that if you just wanted to stay here? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I asked my question properly.
And that's the proper question, and I'm going to give you my most proper answer. In Denver, Colorado, it's very difficult.
Right.
Name a really classy 2,000 or 3,000 seat venue. Think about that now. Okay? I just did. There isn't any. There is no 2,000 or 3,000 seat venue that's really nice, classy, where I want to be, so we continue to do this 1,000 seat show right here. If there were, believe me, it wouldn't just be me, it'd be everybody jumping on board. So what we did is expand a little bit. We did a show in Michigan in a place that would have sat 5,000 people. We tried another place in Inglewood or Littleton that would have sat 3,000. Well, it got blown out by a blizzard, and what happened there was then they sold. That was Fat City.
Right.
We tried that. Didn't work out so well. Awesome card. We've done the Budweiser Event Center 3 different times. No one's ever made it up there. Luckily, I can say we didn't lose any money there. So we go between the Red Lion and Casper, Wyoming, which seats about 2,000 people, and we've had that in there several times. In fact, the Travis Peak UFC fighter Brandon Melendez fight, which was epic in that state, was in Casper, and it sat about 2,000 plus people. Do I want to get bigger and move to a venue that's 2,000 to 3,000? Absolutely do. But until we can get everything right, I'll continue to stay here where we've been now for 10 years, and I'm not in any position. My dad always said, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Excellent. That's an excellent thing. Any last words about Kickdown 100?
Kickdown 100, all I can say is to the fans, and especially the fighters, the fight gyms, and all the people that are affected when people go out there and put it on the line, I'm grateful not only to you, but to everyone, including my friends in the media, and I can congratulate everybody for being part of it. Somebody said one time that when you're a success, you surround yourself with good people, and I've done that, and I thank everyone.
Hey, this is Big Aaron here with Jack Johnson, man, one of my favorite fighters. You know, I remember I remember a long time ago when you fought this kid named I remember when you fought this guy named Pete Vandervoort. You remember that fight right here?
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, I noticed your stand-up that day, and then it went to the ground, and I was yelling at you. I was like, get up, get up, get up, and you didn't get up, and
no,
you
that was
didn't
a
get
big
up.
mistake. Yeah, that was a big mistake.
So, what do you feel about this Ian Stonehouse fight? Do you feel that he's going to stand up with you, or?
I feel like he's going to try. I think he's going to try to stand up. Once he gets hit a few times, he's gonna resort back to his wrestling.
Yeah.
So,
how do you feel about your wrestling now? I mean, back then, obviously, probably wasn't the greatest. It's been a year or two since then, I think, at least. You've been working on that. Do you feel that you're capable in that area?
Definitely. I'm training in a new school down in Castle Rock, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, with Curtis Hill. And he's been tightening up my game for a while now. Ever since that Pete Vandervoort fight, I focused on the ground. Yeah. It was a lot of work on the ground to get everything tightened back up and get to where I need to be able to compete. So.
Right. Because you're already world class. I mean, you were at that time. You were, world class. I guess I could say, stand up already.
So I mean, the challenge for me is definitely the ground. It's definitely going to be whether or not Ian is able to take me down. If I can stuff him, it's going to be good for me.
Yeah. I predicted his fight of the night, possibly fight of the year. So good luck. All right. Hey, figuring again, I'm here with Ian Stonehouse, the other half of the main event. He's going to be going up against Jack Johnson. I personally am a Jack Johnson fan, so I've kind of picked you to lose this fight. But what are you going to do to win this fight? We know he has good stand-up. Are you going to try to stand up with him? Or?
Yeah, that's no secret. Me and him have fought on the same cards, for years. I remember watching him fight back when I first started. And, I saw him in the WCL. I know he has amazing stand-up. That's no secret to anyone. So, I've been working all worlds, a lot of stand-up just to make sure I can do well up there. But I'm working lots of ground, too, so I might have something.
You might have something planned for him. I'm not going to give away any game plans right now.
Exactly. No, it should be good. I'm excited. He's a good guy, so it should be a good main event.
My partner here, he picked you to win just because he believes in the quality of opponents you fought. Do you pride yourself on the quality of opponents that you've been fighting? Absolutely. That's something that you take seriously?
Absolutely. Well, I don't have a great record. It's one of those things, like I've never shied away from a fight. I've always fought really, really good opponents, and I've just had a problem in the past with just, believing in myself and kind of fighting the way I want to fight. And so I've just, come out on bottom a few times, but I think I've always learned a bunch about myself just from fighting tough opponents like that. So.
Well, I got you. Are you up in Fort Collins still?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were going to school there for a little while, weren't you, trying to balance all that stuff? What gym are you're in the gym?
I train at 2 gyms right now. I've been training with Trials for about a year now, which is with Ed and Ryan Schultz, and that's a great team. Sure. Learned tons there. All my skill levels have gone through the roof with them, and I still train with Tribes too.
Okay. Now, have you been able to focus on this fight and get your training? Are you still doing schoolwork? I
graduated this summer, so this was one of the first times I've actually been able to focus 100%.
Awesome.
So I feel ready. I feel good. I just need to rest up, drink some water, get some food, and
go. Well, good luck. We won't keep you anymore. Here we are with Ali Hanjani, the other half of the co-main event. Ali, when did you learn about this fight? Because, obviously it was originally Matt Cox, and now it's you and Travis Peak. When did you learn about this fight?
Actually, I learned about the fight last Saturday. So
okay, so you got a week.
Notice.
Now, do you stay in pretty good shape? Have you been training? I know you're with Ben Chisler and them, and I know he probably takes pretty good care of you. So have you been staying in pretty good fight shape as far as that goes?
Yeah, I train year round. I don't really take much time off. I took a fight not long ago, 2-week notice, 170 pounds. I was undefeated and came out victorious. So
awesome.
I like my chances on short notice. I think that's when I perform the best.
Great. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. As you know, me and you. A couple of years ago, I think I still got a video you posted up on my YouTube page, and I didn't remember you being that heavy. Now you're going in there against probably what a lot of people say is a heavier 170er. Does that worry you at all? Or, he's a great wrestler, the takedowns, him being on top of you. What are you going to do to try to stop him from taking you down, or do you care? Are you going to work from the bottom?
Size makes no difference to me whatsoever. I'll fight anybody anywhere as far as size, but the whole point of mixed martial arts is taking yourself out of your comfort zone and fighting the great fighters out there. Peek's a great fighter. I thought it was a great opportunity, so I decided, let's take this fight. I want to do it. As far as his takedown, I know what he brings. I know what he has to offer. Now, I come from Nebraska, so I know about Peek. But you know what? I've been going. Last guy I fought was an Oklahoma State wrestler. You know what I mean? All-American. You know, and he's going to take me down. So I got no problem facing wrestlers, bigger wrestlers, stronger wrestlers, bring it. And as far as size is concerned, even if he's a little bit bigger, I train up here, I have great cardio, and I'm not sure how, you know, that
he
muscle
has.
is going to...
And that's what I asked him. We just did an interview with him, and I did say that. I said, hey, you know, we've seen you kind of gas out in your last couple fights, and, you know, and he seems to think he's got that under control, and... So, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that you're ready for this, you know. I mean, it was a big step up, me knowing, you know, having a pass with you, you know, knowing you, and it was just like, wow, that's a big step, you know. So, good luck. That's the best I can say, and go ahead and thank some of your sponsors. Appreciate it.
You know, I wanna thank all my sponsors, Jack and Grill up in Arvada, my trainer Ben Schisler, you know, Diana Royale, my cornerman, AMA, Cereal Box, my tech guy Kevin.
Kevin Stats
on Facebook, and you know, everybody who's here to support me, and you know, for the interview and everybody else. And I hope everybody comes out and shows support for our local MMA.
All right, this is Big Earn here making rules with Travis Peek. I told him he can't be moving around while we're doing this. All right, Travis. Now you fought. You know, me and Bobby, we're big fans of Chris Holland, so we know that you've been there. You've done that battle before, and you actually beat him, and he's gone on to improve. And then you've had a couple tough fights lately.
Yeah.
You know, I had you pick, like I was saying, in that Cavan fight. I would have gave you the fight had you been able to last a few more seconds. I guess you know, you're a wrestler. We all know that. You know, you're a big guy. You're cutting weight. You got a lot of muscles. What are you doing to work on your conditioning? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it seems like at the end of some of these fights, we are starting to see you degrade a little bit. Are you working on your conditioning? Have you done something at that?
I don't know if I've ever been. I would have a hard time finding someone that's ever outworked me. So
right.
I don't know what happened there. I mean, I went damn near 10 minutes without any problems in that Cavan fight, and then you can see on the video towards the end of the second I was obviously wearing on it.
Right.
Third round I was looking terrible.
So as far
trying to hold on.
Right. Have you worked at all on your stand-up? What are you doing to improve your stand-up?
I do work on stand-up a lot. I mean, even before that fight, I had worked my stand-up a ton, and it's just I got to force myself, to stick with the game plan and bounce around and move, and because I can. I mean, I'm capable of it. I just when it happens, I just react. And
go back to what you know best.
When a guy gets close to me and touches me, then it's a wrestler's natural reaction to take the shot when it's there or clinch when it's there. And
initially, you were going to fight Matt Cox, and now you've got Alvey Hanjani. Do you know much about Ali, or are you just going to?
Well, fortunately, the guys I train with in Scottsbluff, I got to travel to Scottsbluff and train with those guys because I'm a teacher. I can't train in Omaha during the school year. Ollie, I guess, was from Scottsbluff.
Yes, sir. Nick Honstein, Willis, all those guys were out there.
So all those guys kind of know Ollie. Of course, he's gotten a lot better and trained here in Denver for a couple years. But basically, they know the gist of what his skills are and what his strengths are. And we've talked about it and got a game plan together for the weekend. So I mean, he's coming up a weight too. He's usually fighting at lightweight, but he's dangerous. I mean, his stand-up's tough. His bottom game work's tough. So I got my work cut out for him. He's a tough kid. So
awesome. Well, there he is. You want to thank any of your sponsors?
Geez, I got a lot of Igos and Vigils Trucking back home in Wyoming. A whole bunch of hometown guys. Douglas, Wyoming supports me very well still. That's where I came out of. And Longhorn Properties there in Alliance, Nebraska. I'd just like to thank them. And all the boys back home that helped me train. Chris Salcedo, Will Ellis. We got Joey on the card too. And so all those boys I'd like to say thanks to.